Well, my name is Robert Clark, and I've been with RIO Club ever since it started, some 20 years ago. And I guess one reason why we went there was, like an awful lot of people, I had been with investment brokers and lost a lot of money. And so the attraction of RIO was, one, the charges were a lot less, and he'd put a guarantee on it that they wouldn't increase. And 20 years later, I can testify that the charges haven't increased. But at the time, yes, maybe I was looking for a better return on my funds, and that's been true. The one thing that Bill has delivered consistently is a good return on investment. There have been some high-risk ones that have not done so well, but when you've got a well-managed fund that returns 60+%, or some other funds that have certainly all returned, 30%, that's a reasonably good investment, and it's done in a very secure and guaranteed manner. I mean, and Bill will tell you it's quote guaranteed, and everybody laughs at that, but the point is the way that Bill can offer a guarantee because he's put his own money in it and he's not interested in losing money. So his money's in the funds, and if it loses, he loses. So there is that security from an investor standpoint. There's that security that he's right there beside you, looking after you. But it's more than just that. When we joined the club, it started off with a small group, and a lot of us knew one another, but there was a real sense of fraternity there, and that's persisted. And the one thing that I've appreciated, and I know the others have appreciated, Bill takes personal interest in the clients that he has. He's got their best interests at heart, and unlike an awful lot of brokers, he delivers in that. He does look after them. And he will tailor-make whatever you want to do. If you want safety and security, low risk, that's what Bill delivers. That's what he does best at, is delivering good returns on low risk investment. And so, I've certainly been very pleased with the returns over the year, and have no hesitation in saying this is a guy and this is a club that you want to belong to. I don't know what else one can say. It's been great to have that sense of security that your investments are in good hands, and that they're going to grow. I mean, even here we are at the end of 2016. We've had Brexit, we've had Trump win, and in both occasions, Bill's one of the few people, if not the only person, that called things correctly, and the funds have performed accordingly with huge rises. So he has a nose for things, and that's one of the things that amazes everybody, is that he consistently calls the shots correctly, and invests accordingly, and we benefit accordingly. So I can't give a better testimony than that this is a guy that you can trust with your money, and he will look after it for you. So join RIO.
Hi, my name's Alex Wiley. I've been investing with RIO quite a long time now, quite a number of years, and I'm increasingly happy with the result. I was a bit tentative at the beginning, but I like dealing with Bill and with RIO, and it's been very effective, initially with the professional investment fund, and latterly increasingly with bonds, and will suit me as I get older and retire, and continue with regular income. Yeah, it's been very successful, and I like dealing with the fund manager and being able to talk to him and discuss what he's doing and where things are going. So I'm very comfortable with RIO, and I recommend it to others. Thanks.
My name's Mark Wright. I live in Jakarta, Indonesia. I moved here in 2003. I work in the oil industry. 2003, I got involved in some pretty ugly investments with a lot of my friends. People where you couldn't get a hold of them. I mean, they sold the policy and they're gone. They never changed the funds, nothing happened. I joined RIO Club 3 years ago, and since then, it's been very good. They look after all my money. They change the funds as required. I can take my money out whenever I want to take my money out. It's all good. RIO Club, I'll keep investing in RIO Club, and I would recommend it to any of my friends, and I have. Good luck if you join the RIO Club.
I first met Bill Gray and was introduced to him in Jakarta by my good friend Scott Younger, and the RIO Club and its membership was explained to me by him. Of course, first impressions, Bill did not seem to me to be the sort of investment manager that one was used to. Sharp-suited, glib of tongue. Bill certainly wasn't that. But I have to say that however much you might disagree with what he says from time to time, there is no doubt that he is a man of strong moral compass and a friend of the underdog. He's very hard-working and looks after the membership of the RIO Club, and is very, very knowledgeable in finance, and to the extent that I would say that he is very gifted in that regard. And to take but one example, that he was able to predict long before it happened and to warn his members of the dangers in the run-up to the financial crash in 2007, 2008. He saw that coming. And he's had other areas where his predictions have been very good too. So I have no problem in referring people to the RIO Club and to talk to Bill Gray. But in regard to my own personal investments, I think the one that's brought me the most success, the one that, at least at the moment, that I'm the most happy with, is the RIO income bond. Because now that I am retired and therefore without a salaried income and with a modest pension, the RIO income bond provides a very nice nest egg for me annually to supplement my pension. This is a 5-year bond with an option to renew after that period. It is a capital sum which is guaranteed. There's no risk you won't lose it. But with an income that is, in this case, 7% of the capital sum that you've invested. This comes into your bank account on the due date annually, the right amount of money, no extra charges. That is one good thing about RIO Club, is what they offer you is what you get. There are no hidden costs like you might get with other investment companies. So that I have to say that I am very, very pleased with that, and I would thoroughly recommend those who are in your position, in a similar position to myself, in retirement with a modest income, that this is a very, very safe way to enhance the money that you have.
I've been an expat for more than 35 years and have had dealings with many financial advisors and institutions, some good, some not so good. I've always been a hands-off investor, relying on others to manage my funds for what I assumed was my benefit. Fortunately, this was not always the case. Suffice to say that since joining RIO in 2012, my investments have increased in value, and I fully expect them to do so in the future. The guys are approachable, extremely experienced, and have the financial well-being of every RIO member at heart. RIO, real investment opportunities, or reliability, innovation, outstanding.
Hello, my name is Rod Swan. I have one word for RIO, and that is performance. I've invested with many companies here in Indonesia and never made a profit. I was introduced to RIO 4 years ago, and now I've just bought a house with the profits of my investment. As RIO says, why pay when you can get it for free?
Greetings, my name is Stan Gray. I've been working and living in Indonesia for the last 40 years. Being a hard-working man, I've tried my best to put money in the bank, savings, future, and reached a point in time where I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do with some of these savings. So I come across a system that allowed me to put an investment program in a European-based investment group, and there are two things that happened on that. One is initially the rates went up, it was very nice, and then it dropped tremendously. Not only on the increases nor the decreases did we get any information at all from the people that I was dealing with. So I stayed with it until it came up to where I was back in the green, and I bailed out. And I said, I'll never do anything like this again. Well, as things happen, I was having a few cool ones at the Anyar Beach one time, and I run across this fellow who was a senior member of the RIO investment group. We didn't talk shop straight away, but throughout the conversation it come up that he's an investor. I was a negative attitude, and he decided to use some of his expertise and try to sell me their product, but with no pressure. Just, this is what we do. Yeah, right, okay. So, what are you gonna do? A couple days later, I was in a restaurant, and he comes in. Well, we have mutual feelings, mutual ideas. He likes the same restaurant that I do. We continued to march. In the end, we'd become friends. With the friendship came additional. Stan, I can help you, man. Listen, we can do something for you. I know you had a bad deal with these people in Europe. We're not that way. I would like to introduce you to Mr. Gray. He's a very good man. And he did. And we did. And come to the point where I finally decided in February of 2011, all right, I will commit. And I've never looked back. They've been very good. The previous experience I had, shares dropped, everything was bad news, not one letter, not one informative letter from these people. RIO gives you monthly letters, twice monthly, 3 times monthly. It's beautiful. You are not a number on a board. You are a personality. You're invited out to social functions. It's great. I mean, it's the greatest thing I've ever done. And it's been nothing but a steady increase. It doesn't skyrocket. A steady increase in my funds until now. I'm very pleased with what they've done for me. So with that in mind, I think you should enjoy the RIO group. Thank you very much.
My name is Dr. Scott Younger. I've been here in Indonesia for nearly 30 years, nearly 40 years if you like, in the region altogether. My area of interest, of course, is infrastructure, which is a never-ending problem, not just for Indonesia, but elsewhere. I first met Bill in the early 90s when he'd come out here to, in fact, in a sense, to find his way in this sort of business. And he quickly found out that the way of doing the business was not exactly conducive to the benefit of particular clients. I met him probably number 5 in the list of clients that he has subsequently gathered over the years. And I've watched him mature and grow, and develop a remarkable club, the RIO Club. I happen to have actually been part of the conversation with him, which actually formed the RIO Club, and I'm very happy to have been part of that conversation. He has taken this thing to an extraordinary level. He is absolutely passionate about the business and to making sure that he is a leader in the market of delivering returns for his clients. And he's done that extraordinarily well. It is an excellent record, and frankly, anybody who gets the opportunity to be referred to the RIO Club, and as he makes the great pains to point out, is it is a referral business. He doesn't tout business in the normal way. And the other thing that is very interesting about this is that he is personally responsible, and he makes sure that he is giving his clients good value, if not the best value for money. So anybody who turns aside, given the opportunity of being referred to RIO, and doesn't take the opportunity to join if they have the ability to do so, then is missing an opportunity. Bill, here's to you, mate. You've done a great job, and let's hope that you continue to do this in the years ahead. You've done a great job for many, many people, and you deserve all the success that's coming your way.